Morning, guys. Day number 104 is underway. Slept really good, slept in, and I feel great right now. So today, since I did 2 miles longer than I was planning on yesterday, that's either going to leave me with a 15-mile day or a 13-mile day. I'll explain in a little bit. And then the next day will be either 8 or 10, depending on what I do. So today, we're going to enter Massachusetts. We got a road walk area into Salisbury, but I'm not going to go into town. I'm just going to continue on the AT, not take the side trail and go in. And then there's a lot of climbs, actually. There's 4 of them. If I do the 15, I'll name them in order. So we got Lion's Head, then we got Bear Mountain, and Bear Mountain is the highest point in Connecticut. So that'll be kind of cool to hit another high point in the state. And then we have Mount Race, which doesn't look horrible. And then we have Mount Everett. In all honesty, this thing looks super steep. Might as well be just called Mount Everest. Looks like a pretty bad one. If I do the 13, I'll stop before Mount Everett, right at the base. If I do the 15, I'll go up and over it. So honestly, it really doesn't matter. It's probably going to be just how I feel, or if I want to do it. Because tomorrow, 10, I'm checking into the hotel. It doesn't have it till 3 o'clock. I'll try and check in early if I can, but 8, 10 miles, and the last like 5 into Great Barrington are quite flat, so I'm in a win-win situation right now. It's kind of muggy right now, and it's a little later, maybe that's why. I'm carrying my new shoes, so my pack seems probably a little bit higher. Weighs about probably 1.5 to 2 pounds more, and I can feel it. I'll probably carry them for, I don't know, at least a couple days here. I feel like the ones I have now, the traction on the bottom isn't the best. So if I start getting into some really rocky stuff, I'll maybe swap them out earlier. But if it's nice and that type of terrain, I'll just use them. They got enough support still, and they're pretty comfortable still. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, but the big news is day 104, and we'll be entering Massachusetts in, I'm not really exactly sure. I know Bear Mountain is in 8.1 miles from where I started, and that's in Connecticut, so maybe 10 miles we'll enter Massachusetts. So let's get going. I'll show you the trail. There's that road walk part that I was talking about. I think it's about a half mile to a mile long. Slowly making our way up Lion's Head here. This is the first of the 4, or first of the 3, depending on what I do today. Really hot day today. This is a view from Lion's Head. So here's another view from Lion's Head. So the mountain to the left is Bear Mountain, and then the middle one is Mount Race, and the one to the right, the big one, is Mount Everett. Those are the next 3 that I got. It'll be a day. Everett looks really big. Bear Mountain doesn't look too bad to me, but I know we come down here and we go up that ravine on the other side of those trees right there, and then up, so it's pretty steep. Race Mountain doesn't look horrible, and then Everett does look pretty bad, but pretty cool views. Here's to the south. Trail's been absolutely beautiful between Lion's Head and Bear Mountain. Haven't got to the climb part yet, but the approach towards the climb, absolutely great trail. Looks like this the whole way. Beautiful. Made it to the highest peak in Connecticut, Bear Mountain. I'll climb the top. Huge cairn. There's the view.
I imagine it took them a while.
Oh, nice water.
Guess we don't know how many people. Probably they just.
This is where I just came down. Pretty steep one. Basically down it. This is the way to go, but if we look back here, kind of pretty big, probably about 40 feet high. What's up, guys? Hey, look at that. Woohoo! I'm in my 11th state. Just like that, here we go. Connecticut is over. Right now we are hiking in Massachusetts. Whew, that feels good. So let's talk a little bit about Connecticut and Massachusetts here. So Massachusetts is 90 miles. I'm gonna be here for a little bit of time because I only got I think 7 more miles today, and then tomorrow's a short day. So really won't start actually making some progress into Massachusetts for not today, tomorrow, but the next day. So I might be here for a week, which is totally fine. I'm looking forward to it. And 10 states are completed. Now, with that being said, let's talk about Connecticut. So Connecticut was a short state, third shortest state on the AT, only 52 miles. It was harder than I expected. I was thinking it was going to be an easy state. It is not. There are some pretty decent climbs in Connecticut, and they beat me up. Oh, we're coming up against something here. I'll show you guys this. I'll flip this around. Sage's Ravine. I hear this is absolutely beautiful. We hike this for 0.7 or something along this forest. I think there's a river on it too, but I hear it's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. But going back to Connecticut. Connecticut was, I've heard people describe it as wealthy, bougie, people I've been hiking with, and it feels very wealthy. Feels very educated. It's one of the highest quality of life states in the Union. One of the most expensive states in the Union. People were very nice. The towns were extremely nice. It felt like back in Michigan walking through Grosse Pointe for 50 miles, to be honest with you. The trail was, Grosse Pointe, for those who don't know, is a very wealthy suburb of Detroit. And it just felt clean. Trail was immaculate. Some of the best maintained trail I've seen along the AT. Just perfect. Just felt elegant. I think a lot of the times Connecticut gets a rap for being forgotten due to it being so short, and it also gets a rap for being flat. And I think that has to do with because 15 to 20% of the trail in Connecticut is legitimately flat, just walking along the Housatonic or road walk or just some flat forest parts in it. However, I would not put it as a flat section of the trail. I thought it was, like I said, harder than I expected. I'm happy to be done with it. Happy to get to the 11th state and explore Massachusetts here. But I would like to actually come back to Connecticut sometime and explore more of it. I've heard the food is fantastic in Connecticut. I heard seafood. I heard pizza is the best in Connecticut in the whole country, which surprised me, but a lot of people say that. Connecticut we got to see so many great things. The falls, Great Falls, I should say. Lots of different mountains. Really, really cool place. I don't know where I would rate it when it's all said and done, just due to the fact that really there weren't any 360-degree views. Maybe not even a 225-degree view, to be honest with you. So the views weren't the best. No sprawling vista, but there were a lot of mountains with partial views. And it's just a small state, so gateway to New England. We are making our way north, and let's go see Massachusetts. And as you guys know, let's go get Vermont. We walk along this hemlock forest, and we hug this river the whole way. It's like a 0.7 walk. Really pretty. Some of my favorite hiking terrain is when the river is right next to the trail. Making our way up Mount Race. It's not steep, it's just gradual. It just goes on forever, it feels like. Just slow grade, uphill type of thing. But I do think it gets a little bit steeper than it is right now. And it looks like it's like a 2.83 mile climb up to the top. Whoops, I just slipped. And then we'll go down and we'll reassess if I want to go up Everett or not. That one is straight up super steep for like 800 feet. I mean, part of me says I should do it because then I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, and tomorrow can just be super chill. But we'll see. I'm probably gonna do it, to be honest. This is one of the views from the climb up Mountain Race. I actually thought it was the top when I got here, but I'm still 0.6 away. Pretty neat though. It's beautiful with all the water out there. Oh my gosh, this view is amazing. Oh my Lord, wow. Looks like the trail's gonna hug this too for a bit. Ah. Wow, it does. Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. It just keeps getting better. You come up this rock slab here. We're gonna hug the side right there. See that blaze up on that rock? Oh my gosh. Haven't had a view this good in a while. What the heck is going on over there? Climbing up Mount Everett, very steep. They got these wooden ladder systems anchored into the rocks. This is the second one I've came up to. Really, really steep. Also, I wanted to mention, I mentioned that I was having issues with my iPhone locking me out because it was keep going, trying to log in, hit the passcode on my phone in my pocket. And I did find out that there's something called a wake feature in the settings. And there's two places where you can disable the wake feature. And I did that and it seems to be working. So if anyone ever has that issue with an iPhone where it's trying to like butt dial type of thing in your pocket, just disable the wake setting. There's two of them. Hey guys, super late. but that wraps up day number 104. I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm happy I went over Everett, but man, was that a big climb. So that lines up tomorrow, a really short day into Great Barrington, and I can enjoy it as much as I can, and I'll sleep in a little bit, and I gotta go do a couple things. I gotta go look for a pair of shorts, and I gotta look for some underwear. Both are getting holes in them, and that's what I gotta do. And then charge up, do shower, do laundry, do all the basic stuff, get a meal, and then that'll be it. But I'm really happy that I'm in Massachusetts, making my way, and that's it. So I'm gonna let it go before it even gets any more dark. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for following day 104.